Hello folks, and welcome to another Bitcoin market analysis by Inspocrypto. Well, first of all, I just want to make something clear because some of you are relatively new, I guess, following me. And on Discord, I had a dude, he was making some jokes because I was talking to Robert Jr., that's one analyst, many of you know him on Twitter. I like him very much, also his analysis are extremely awesome. And we have, frequently some exchanges of ideas and what the markets are doing, etc. However, I have noticed that we will have a big pump very soon. That's what at least I mentioned yesterday in my analysis. And he was making some jokes about that. First of all, I mean, I'm not a trade signal analyst. I'm not going to tell you, hey, look, in 3 hours we will push up like hard. I'm a different kind of analyst. I'm just giving you a nice, in my opinion, at least a nice overview what the market is doing. And I'm analyzing the market in a different way that many others do. Not only just because I'm trying just really to cover any kind of aspect of the market, at least those aspects that can have a big impact on the price action, but also some trends. Trends means that we are heading one direction, doesn't mean we are going to be there tomorrow, right? And when I say I'm expecting a big pump to 28 or 30k, and it matches very well to many option trades we had, and I have mentioned yesterday, I think in a very clear way, why I think it matches very well what I'm noticing in the market and why I see here a very strange thing with the recent dump. I don't need to repeat that, but many of you know how bearish I am just because of the whole fundamentals and because they are changing the narratives. They are adapting the narratives to their to what they need to create some FOMO, for example. And I don't care. I really don't care. I just analyze the market, and when the market is indicating me, hey, we will go up soon, I will tell you that. I'm not going just to avoid to tell you that, because I try at least to be unbiased. So when I'm saying the market is going to push up and it matches to options indicating 28 or 30k, I mean, you can make some jokes about that. It's absolutely fine for me, but you shouldn't expect that price moves just within 24 hours. And I just want to make this statement. If you are, for example, just following me recently, that Inspo is not that kind of analyst that's going to tell you, hey, I don't know, pump or dump next. Or at least I can tell you the trend is negative. The trend shows, like I did before, we will go down. While the people were just indicating we will go up because of people, we will go up because of, I don't know what kind of narrative Wall Street has adapted again, just to excuse why they are artificially just pushing the price up. It doesn't matter if it's market maker, if they need to hedge or whatever. It doesn't matter. But that's the only way how it works to understand what Inspo is providing. Everything else is not going to work. Not at all. And that's why I'm trying to provide much more information to give you a nice insight and to let you understand how the market works. For example, yesterday when I said I'm expecting something is wrong with this dump because this dump was unexpected by option traders. That's, for example, one sign. Something that didn't happen, for example, in May, June. They were and even just before, any dump was expected by option traders. They are not dumb. Those who are trading with option traders are even much more smart than those trading other kind of different assets, because option trading in general is not that easy, or at least it's so big and complex. It can be very complex. You need to understand very well how the market works and how option trading works. So if these guys are still expecting 28k, 30k while the price is dumping, something is wrong. We didn't receive even a huge mass or tons of puts like we had just before. And all these signs tell me, as an analyst, something is wrong here. While we know that the price dumps, for example, was correlating very accurate on a very accurate way with a rising open interest in futures, while we know that the market is still overloaded with longs instead of shorts. So if they know they want to push up the price to 28 or 30k, for exchanges it means just to liquidate as much longs as possible, because otherwise these guys will take profit, and that means money. Money for exchanges, of course. So while we have a crypto winter, because it's not only a seasonal crypto winter just because vacation season, it's also a crypto winter in general, because the sentiment of the community changes, of course, and because these centralized exchanges activity, as I have just demonstrated several times in my analysis, is declining. Also to the future market means less fees, less revenue. So what? Where is the money coming then from the exchanges? Big ones like Binance, FTX, Bitfinex. Tell me. So I just wanted to make clear once again what kind of data and analysis Inspo is providing. Just to make it clear, if you're looking for someone that's telling you up or down in the next 24 hours, I'm absolutely the wrong analyst. Absolutely the wrong account. You should follow other accounts. We have a lot of different really awesome accounts, but then I'm the wrong one. So that's it. Let us go directly to the wealth ratio. Bitcoin had a breakout, it seems, 21,800, and they did almost 21,900. Just because, of course, SPY, SPX lifting up. Also a little bit, as mentioned, I was expecting that, so I'm longing since a while. And DXY, did more than expected. I have said one opportunity or possibility would be to go again to 109 to retest that area, and as also mentioned, it would fail. That's what happened. We will see if they want to try to go up again. In my opinion, it will go down to 108, and that should push the markets more to the upside. We will see how far the correction of DXY is going to go, because of course not only just because of that, but because of that will depend how far Bitcoin and also SPY, SPX are going to go. Well, so let us go forward. I didn't introduce the new chapter just because I think this statement was much more correlated to a little bit to my, in general, to my analysis. So that's why I didn't introduce the new chapter, and we will go forward, talk about what's going to happen here. So where is my epic pen? I don't know why. It was hidden. Okay. So wealth ratio 30 days moving average declining as mentioned, and yesterday did 40, indicating they are sending weights are sending less bitcoins to exchanges. So also I have mentioned it looks like they want to let the price go up, and that's what we can see at the moment. So let us go forward, and we can see here what's happening at the moment. Let me check. and 21,600. Well, first of all, nothing big. I mean, stablecoin supply is still declining. That's also a fact, and that's absolutely not bullish. I mean, I'm still bearish, but the market is not going only down, it will go down, up, down, up. And that's what they are doing, and that's why they're pumping, dumping all the time, because while they are pumping, dumping all the time, they are distributing. And that's the funny thing. So yeah, we can go up even more to distribute even more, because they have big bags, and they know that in the next month and in the next years, really a lot of crap is coming. So yeah, let us go forward. Stablecoin reserves on exchanges has declined by those 1.7 billion US dollars in stablecoin as mentioned, and now stabilizing. So nothing big here. Wills ratio 30 hours moving average declining very hard at the moment, even below of 86. So also here indicating they want to let the price go up. And also here we can see very well how the line is reducing, right? So it looks like they want to let and to push the price up. That's it. Let us go forward. So if we take a look, for example, here we can also see that even, for example, the inflows to centralized exchanges to spot just declined. So it looks relatively flat. I mean, in the last 3 hours we received almost, let me check, 1000 here, 700, let us say something like 2600 bitcoins within 3 hours. That's really not that big. At the same time, we received here, what is that? Almost 19 million in stablecoins, also absolutely nothing. While they withdrew 2,700 bitcoins, it matches very well to the inflow, so indicating also here it matches very well that they want to push up the price. And that's it. Let us go forward. So also here, let us see, funding rate lifted up is declining at the moment. Usually it seems because people were expecting the next big dump. Even then we need to be very careful, and just because of exchange walls we can see maybe if they are going to limiting the way up at 22k, so maybe that's the local top and we will go down afterwards again, because as mentioned, I mean, we can go down even more just to retest, for example, 20,800 once again, because I think the big problem here is still that we have too many longs. So if we check, for example, the leverage ratio, up, down, up, it's up. While open interest up, down, it's up even more. So we need to be very careful, because we know that the open interest is at the moment the best indicator just to detect potential dumps, or at least sharp price moves. It can go up, it can go down, something we need to see. Let us see here, for example, if we can see something. I mean, yeah, also very flat, to be honest. So 60 million in stablecoins to derivative exchanges, that's absolutely not big at all. And even here we can see also relatively flat. I mean, even bitcoins related to derivatives, we can see here 1,400, 1,000, I mean, much more outflows than inflows, indicating they are taking profit, in my opinion. So also nothing big to see here. Let us just refresh the site. And wow, look, it seems it's working. So now we have 1.4 billion in longs and finally 1 billion in shorts. So it seems that traders are flipping again a little bit more to bearish, and then we know the market makes the opposite. Still more longs. So we need to be fair. Still more long, so we need to be still very careful. We have here almost 58 to 42. That's a long short ratio where I would say that's okay, that's fine, just based on what we are seeing at the moment. And almost here 50-50 related to Ethereum. That's even better, to be honest. So that's neutralized, that's absolutely okay. And this one, I guess, if they would go more up, more shots will come, because people have now in mind the price will go down afterwards again. Just be careful. It's the only thing I say. So let us go forward and check what the Kingfisher is showing us. If we still have a 24K, those, yeah, just those liquidation cluster on FTX, on Binance, we have detected yesterday. Oh, come on, I don't have time. Make it quick. Give me a blue, give me 10 or 15 credits. No, not this time. Okay, Binance. Now let us take a look to Binance. What's happening there? Ooh. Okay. So let us see. Okay, it continues. We have even a little bit more, and the volume maintains at 70 millions. We still have here long clusters, and that's it. Let us check FTX. Because I mean, we retested the lower trend line now several times, and we failed to have its breakout. So usually then we should go up hitting 26K. That's what it should make next. I mean, in my personal conclusion, I will show you what I mean. Many of you know, at least those who are paid subs. And I will show you that in case we are done, we have retested 4 times now the lower trend line. Automatically we should go up again. It will take a little bit. We will have a rising volatility, I think, because they are going to try to liquidate as much as they can. So if we take a look here, it's also the same. So exactly the same. It seems those who are here just shorting are the same people they are shorting on Binance. And the only difference here is in volume, because first of all, the volume on FTX declined by 25 million. We had yesterday here 50, now we have 25. On Binance, it was the same, 70 millions. But however, the structure of the liquidation map looks very similar to Binance, only the long part looks a little bit different. We have here much more longs on 18 to 19, while the short liquidation cluster looks exactly the same. Absolutely. So yeah, everything above of 23 to 100, they would start to liquidate those shorts. So we need to be very careful, because then I would at least expect, if we go that far up, something I really don't know yet, but in case of, we will go, I think, hitting 23 just to liquidate those. So that's it. Let us go forward. So let us see. Wow, 18K. That's the gamma. I mean, not big at all, but it's really strange to see here puts at 18K. We need to see. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if we are just going up to then go down. But yeah, we have another one at 20K. The biggest one maintains at 21,500 on both sides, also on the call side, and on the put side even 22,500. So yeah, I missed again just to subscribe, unfortunately. So we don't have at the moment any access to the GAGs. Oh no, that's gamma exposure. That's a different one. Where's the GAGs? Didn't notice that. Give me the GAGs. Where's my GAGs? Jesus, they changed everything. Levantis, I don't like that. I really don't like that. You're crashing my analysis. Well, I need to take a look about that. Oh, I will do that later. That's what I said yesterday, didn't it? So let us go forward. And what we have, oh, at least a little bit less. So related to notional, this one is big, and even this one would be cool to analyze. Premium and USD, 3 million, it's fine. That's it. This is fine. Burkhold spread. Yeah, okay, let us check this. We have 3 strategies. So custom strategy, we have Burkhold spread, and we have long strangle. So that's what we are going to analyze next. So let us start with the custom strategy. That's the first one. And usually it's really hard to see if it's multi-leg or not. Something I absolutely don't like on the new design of Levantis is I need to check the trade number now, otherwise I can't see if they are coupled or not. So we have here multi-leg strategy with 4 different instruments. We have one for September 2nd, so that's a nice one because it's just short term. We have put 18K, call 25.5, call 25, and call 24.5. The problem here is they sold everything instead of, for example, the put 18K. But also the problem here is premium $200. It wasn't me, but I could do such a trade without any problem. So let us take a look first of all. Where's the big money involved here? And the big money, look, it's this one here. That's really big. So let us check for, oh, next year in June. Oh, come on. Okay, that's also a multi-leg strategy with 4 different instruments. We have even 2 different expirations. June 23rd next year and October 2022. So it's end of October, that's the expiry. Let us check the expiry for October 28th. It indicates call 27K and put 70K. At the same time, call and put 23K. So same expiration, same strike price, different instrument, put and call. I don't know. That sounds a little bit like indicating they're expecting a price move up or down, but while it's the same trade, doesn't make sense to me. However, 27 to 17K, to be honest, that looks like this guy is making a big bet, indicating that, in my opinion, he is expecting a big price move to the upside or to the downside. Something he doesn't know. Maybe below 70K, maybe above 27K. And for next year, he is expecting a price above or below 23K. That's what he is doing. And he spent, wow, let me see, 2.5, even more than 2.5 millions for that, just in premium USD. That's really big. Let us see, do we have another one? No, that's it. So let us go directly to the bear call spread, and many of you know what the bear call spread is. The bear call spread is bearish. At least it's more a strategy that you can trade if you're neutral or bearish on the market. And its profit, if you want to realize its maximum profit, the Bitcoin price has to be at or below the strike price of the short call. That's the lower strike. So if we check the lower strikes here, we can see, for example, the lower strike here is 36. 36, 40k, and 22. Okay, that sounds much better. So if we take a look to the premium USD to see what they spent, we can see that those here are the biggest one. And then next would be this one. And to be honest, I think it's the most interesting. Everything else is just, you know, 36 or whatever. Well, I mean, short term, you know, it doesn't make any sense. Well, if we check here, here's someone expecting to see a price below of 40k until end of the year. Right, agrees with me. Here's someone expecting to see a price below 23.5 until end of August. That's this weekend. To be honest, also check, why not? I mean, we are trading lower than 22k. I see it's 21,700, so below of 23k. Oh no, sorry, below of 22k. Yeah, let us say check, why not? It's fine. I think that's possible. 20 less than lower 22k. We will check the exchange walls afterwards. I think that matches very well because we have a lot of exchange walls at 22k. So I don't think they want really to let us go, you know, just to let us go much more to the upside. Something we need to see, but it looks like. So let us take a look. So let us go forward with the long strangle. Wow. Let us check. Wow. Okay. The biggest one would be here. Is that one trade? Yeah, it is one trade. Just for those who doesn't know what a long strangle is, the long strangle is usually a strategy where you are expecting at least a sharp price move. So, you know, we will see, but he is expecting until end of December a price above of 30k or below of 90k. I would say, yeah, it's fine. The next bigger would be, yeah, it seems that's the whole strategy here. So expecting until end of the year to have a price above of 30k or below of 19k. Now my question, doesn't everything that I have mentioned related to option, would you say that's extremely bearish? Not in my opinion. And that's the problem in my opinion, because we had in June a different scenario related to option traders, and that's something I don't like. That's something where I say something is wrong here, and the open interest looks too accurate. Every time when the open interest is lifting up, we have a bigger sharp move. So that's it. Let us go forward. So let us see what is driving the market. At least we will try just to figure out if we can find. However, as you see here, FTX still saying, yeah, nice, but not interested. Lifting up, so buying a little bit. So that's why the CBD lifted up, but then declined afterwards again. So making quick profit trades. Everything else is, as you see, much more here future trading, even with Bitcoin margin contracts. And what we see here is, for example, the aggregated indicating CBD is pushing up. We are talking about that 5 minute the 5 minutes time frame, so not the best to take a look. If we check, for example, this one, FTX, as mentioned, didn't change anything. It stabilizes, but not looking like it's going to push up, while, for example, aggregated looks more to the upside. So we had a flip here from down to up. Also here, for example, extremely declining, so a very high fall angle, and right now lifting up, not that big. Also here to the futures, for example, that's what they are doing. So those three here correlates very well, while FTX looks extremely bearish at the moment, to be honest. So if we check, for example, Binance, let us make also here 30 minutes, we will see it correlates very well to what is happening, the Bitcoin margin contracts, the aggregated, and of course the Binance spot. Of course also the futures, but you know, if we check that, that looks more, it correlates very well here perfectly. It looks like a one-to-one copy of it. So yeah, also here interesting, but at the moment not really useful, just indicating us that Binance still is the biggest trader here. Yeah, Bitfinex maintaining a level, declined, but not accumulating, not buying like we have seen, for example, in the past. Also here, not really looking like we are going to push up very hard at the moment, but also not really, I mean, taking into account Bitfinex, it looks more, we can go more to the downside than to the upside, to be honest. So let us go forward and check what's happening here. 30 minutes. Well, even Coinbase is selling here. Ooh, maybe a good moment to short that market then. No, joking. I mean, yes, why not? But we have a lot of stuff in front of us. If we want to go down again, it will take a lot of time, I think. So, however, as you see, Coinbase, and that's something we don't see really frequently. They lifted up here, also not that big. Let me see. No, almost 600 Bitcoin CBD gap, and then they are declining now. So selling here. So be careful. It wouldn't surprise me if we are going to initiate a very sharp move to the downside next to retest maybe over 20,800. So be very careful with that. So let us go forward and check what's happening here. Let me see the Kingfisher entities. Let us check the entities. So retailers buying shrimps, declining a little bit, but nothing big. These guys, lifting up. What the hell? Inspo, what? Go away. Lifting up imbalances, nothing big, so we need to see. These guys not doing anything. Market makers lifted up, and it seems they want to decline again. They maintain. Let me check how much they have. Yeah, 4,950,000 bitcoins. And this guy is declining even more. Okay, usually, as we know, 80% of those involved in this entity are exchanges and declining. So we don't know if, I mean, if the balances of exchanges are declining, that's usually something very bullish, because that means people are buying at the moment Bitcoin instead. So that wouldn't be that bearish. But, you know, I mean, I don't know. We don't know what is behind and who is reducing its balances. And I would say that's it. So nothing, let me check. OTC reduced, so declining. Miners also declining. Centralized exchanges, yeah, lifted up a little bit, but the trend maintains negative and Bitcoin related, and that's also very interesting. Bitcoin Reserves on derivative exchanges, as you see, declined, lifted up, declined. Well, I wouldn't say it lifted up, it maintained, and it's declining even more. And also here, you remember 18,000 bitcoins lifted up, declined. It's lifting up a little bit, as you see. It's not that big, but it's lifting up. Let me check. We had here 1,068,000, and now we have, yeah, that's absolutely peanuts. So not even worth to mention that. Stablecoin reserves on derivative exchanges declined, as mentioned, and here lifting up a little bit, but nothing big, absolutely not. So that's it. Let us go forward. So Coinbase is still waiting here at 22K at the moment, pushing the price a little bit more up. It seems waiting here at 21,600 orders, pushing the price up, and also waiting here at 21,900. So we can go a little bit more up, and then we need to see. On Coinbase, nothing where I would say that would be a big challenge to break out to the upside, but we have other different exchanges as well involved. So on Deribit at the moment at 22,800, it seems they reinforced the wall there, but on the downside, nothing. Bitstamp, nothing. Well, that's big. No, it's not. Okay. Binance Spot. Yeah, you would say, look, I can't see anything. Yeah, you are right. So now we can see that. I can take out this trend lines now. So as you see, we had here a breakout. Now it seems it's not really clear. It seems it's going to retest the upper, and not clear if we are below or above at the moment. But also here you can see some volume still waiting. So also here at 22K, for example, 22,100, 22,300. Even if they reduce the volume here, it's not going to be just a little walk to break out. At the same time, they are waiting at 21,500. They try to push a little bit more the price up. And also here, even they reduced a little bit their liquidity and lower orders. Everything below 21K is also going to be a little challenge. Not impossible, absolutely not, but as mentioned, it looks like maybe that was the local top, and afterwards we should reduce a little bit more, hitting, for example, 21K and then go up again. We need to see, but that's what at least Binance Spot is indicating at the moment. So Bitfinex Spot waiting here at 20,800, and also here, wow, I mean, wow, okay, crazy. They are here working very hard on Bitfinex right now, as you can see, very hard. FTX Perp, also on FTX waiting. Wow, that's a new wall at 23K. That's a big one, it seems. Another one at 22,800, and we still have here 22,200 and different, as you see here. It looks like they are not ready yet to allow to go the price up at the moment. That's what it looks like, because if we check, for example, that area here with that area here, it looks like they want to sell a lot, or at least avoid that the price can go much more higher. They reduced the wall at 20,500, and they removed even this wall here, 20,700. Kraken Spot. Is that Kraken Spot? Yeah, it's Kraken Spot. Waiting here 20,800, and it looks like they are also pushing the price down. BitMEX. let us check what BitMEX is doing. BitMEX is not doing anything. Unfortunately, still waiting here, 23,700. Oh, that was also big here. 16 millions, okay. No. Binance Futures. And Binance Futures, wow. Look that. I mean, wow. First of all, it seems not really clear, but it seems we triggered one wall, the second wall. Afterwards, we started to decline. They are still waiting here. The question is if they want to push the price more up to also trigger this one. However, you can see it doesn't really look like they want to let the price go up much more, as you can see here. So that's, I mean, it's possible. We all know that would be possible to push the price up, but that looks, you know, I would be very careful at the moment. At the same time, we can go down. They removed here the wall at 21,000. The next bigger one would be at 20,400. Even here they removed liquidity. So yeah, we need to see. We really need to see. I'm not sure if they really, it seems, yeah, it seems they triggered at least this wall and even the second one. I'm not sure, but it looks like. So they triggered this one and this one. So now imagine you have 1.7 billion or 1.6 billion US dollars in stablecoins available just to short the market. I mean, that's not big. I mean, we are talking here 2,000 bitcoins, 1,600 bitcoins, but if they want to make such a kind, just to trigger all these orders and then to push down, would be possible. I really don't know. We need to see. What about Bitfinex derivatives? Waiting at 21K. And here, well, MS. That's Bitfinex. That's always Bitfinex. Bitfinex. It's just a mess. Kraken futures. Nothing big. FTX spot. Also here trying to push up more the price to the upside while waiting here with sell orders. But also here, look. Also very interesting. So we are talking about a price of 21,150 or something. It's going to be a challenge to make a personal conclusion today. Okay, that's it. So let us see what could happen next. Well, as you can see, we really touched the 21,900. That's a support that we resistance that we have here, and they got rejected. Well, first of all, it wasn't really Bitcoin, but as you can see here, SPY, SPX, of course is Bitcoin going to follow it. That's what it likes to do, and that's what it's doing at the moment. So yeah, we need to see what's going to happen next. But you know, it looks like SPY, SPX wants to go even more down, while DXY doesn't really know if it goes down, up at the moment. So Bitcoin will react to it. We will see how they will react. I mean, usually, as you can see at the moment, we had here several, well, retests. We had here retest, well, here retest. We failed all four. Then we went up, and we will see how far we will go next time. So indicating here, if we check, for example, I think we can go back to our POC. That would be 21,400. So maybe even go a little bit high, make a classic double top, something they like to do, and afterwards go again to our comfortable area of 21,400 and even go down again to retest that area. It's possible. That's something we should have in mind. So we need to see if it's going to happen. Today or for the next 24 hours, I don't have any expectations of a big sharp price move. Even option traders are not indicating nothing like, we are going straight now up or down or whatever. So I think we will maintain that level here, as you can see. And in my opinion, then it means also that if we have touched that area, so even if we go up and retest that area, in my opinion, we should go down again to 21,400. I don't think we will see here a big breakout because we have a lot of exchange walls. Of course, I mean, if these guys are going to push up very hard with volume very hard, then it would be possible, something we need to see, but I wouldn't expect that yet. So that's it for today, and we will hear us tomorrow. Now DXY looks like it want to go a little bit more to the downside. We will see how far they want to go, and hopefully it was an insightful analysis for you. We will see us tomorrow again with a new one. Big love, your Inspo. See ya.